Okay.
How can I help
And
you?
we are fucking HR6, baby.
Welcome to the hub.
Holy.
Come back anytime.
I forget, do we want better Rathian sword? Let me double check.
My hammer's ready.
How do I get better one? Alright, Google away! Let me guess, another bot followed me? Or another person liked my post, okay. Whatever.
Some hunters literally take hours.
Someone I literally do not know. Anyways. Monster, right. What's the weapon called again? Princess Rapier. There we go. Princess Rapier. Oh, I need Rathalos, right. Okay, that's fine. Oh, right, I died to Rathalos. That's right. I forgot. It's because I have garbage armor right now. Getting more Rathian armor is probably the play then.
Haste makes waste.
Well, what level armor do I have, actually? Equipment info, Baroth, Puke, yeah. I just need better armor, man. I think I also have a better Pedalus as well. Not that it matters much. Change equipment, Pedalus, yeah. Pedalus, yeah. Yeah, I'd rather have Demon Pedalus. Alright. Let's just fight more Rathian. I think that's the play right now. Because we have no Rathian armor, so we could just grind Rathian a bit.
Here's the quest list.
There it is.
Good luck out there.
Let's just beat up Rathian a couple times and get their armor. There we go. There we go. Okay. Alright, making sure everything is good. I have game audio, yeah. Okay, we're good. Good. We also have the camp, which is nice, so we'll use it. Whee! I meant to dodge sideways, but the game said no. Fuck me. Jesus, please. I was blocking. What do you mean? Hello? Okay, whatever. There we go. I just need better armor in general, I think, for most of my pieces, honestly. So, Rathian armor is probably going to be the best play, because I have a bunch of that already from, getting the rapier, I would imagine. Plus, I need more anyway, so... And poison's a pretty good element for, sword and shield, so... There we go. Ow. I was blocking, game. What do you mean? Okay. Carve this. Whee! We got Wrath Marrow, so that's good. Ow! Good job, Bullfango. You did it. There we go. Nice plate, Lamau. What is different in this game compared to others? Got it recently due to Steam sale. There's actually quite a lot different about this game, Green Ninja. For starters, other than the art style, I'm assuming that's one of the main differences you're asking about. I could actually show you here pretty well. I'm gonna use Sword and Shield as reference, but normally with Sword and Shield, you have your, all this kind of stuff. Like, all your typical combos, all that kind of stuff, right? But in this game, you have wire bugs, which allow you to do various things, one of which is you're allowed to move around like that. You can move out of the air like that. You don't have to use wire bugs afterwards to do that, by the way. But you can use it to climb up there, hang off of that, jump out of it, all that fun stuff. In addition, you could also use what's called silk binds, which is basically your wire bug button, which is usually your left trigger, along with either X or A with your weapon, and you could do, say, a super move. Like, for example, with ZR and X with my current one, you go up, and you basically do a kind of jump upwards and slash, which is kind of meh. But with the other one, you could do, say, a super move with, like, this, for example. Each weapon has, like, multiple silk binds and different things that make them unique, essentially, compared to the other games, like World, for example. There are multiple as well. Also, in addition to that, there's a lot of other stuff as well, like, I cannot tell what that email is yet. Noted. Okay. In addition with other things, there's also, outside of, like, your, like, silkbind kind of attacks, you could also switch out certain things called your switch skills. So, for example, with your, there's hard basher combo, which is your typical, like, if you're holding forward in A, you do your, like, shield attacks and stuff. You could instead do it with a different combo. Like, for example, you could do drill slash instead, where if you had that, for example, you could do this. The TLDR is that it's very much more arcadey and customizable with your moveset, which is cool. Quests are faster, you're faster, lots of cool stuff in comparison to just like to World, for example. I don't know what other Monster Hunter games you played, but this is at least a decent starting point for the most part. It's a bit too arcadey for me, but I would definitely recommend this or World as your first Monster Hunter game if you haven't played any before. Only played World so far? Okay. Then this is a lot more fast-paced than World, for reference, so... If you thought World was too slow, I would recommend this game. Oh yeah, you also have your dogs, by the way, which essentially act as, like, mounts and stuff, which allow you to go fast and stuff. They also are, like, attackers and stuff, but outside of that, they're not that crazy, but hey, they exist. But yeah.
My hammer's ready. Gotcha.
Like that. Yo, what's up, Dubers? How you doing? Thanks for the info. No problem. I'm always happy to explain, like, subtle differences in, like, a game I enjoy, so... Especially it's one that, like, I'm, like, for lack of a better word, I basically have, like, a fucking hyper, like, obsession with, basically. hop in your GC channel. It'd be quiet. Because I'm somewhat wrapping up an assignment, but otherwise I'm available. Yeah, alright. Yeah, that sounds good, man. You can do that. Just hop in whenever you're able to. Okay, I'll be on in a few. Yeah. If I ever hop into, like, BC for future reference dubers, it's just free permission to hop in. Just, essentially, if I'm in live channel, I'm live, so, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I want the arm. Yeah, essentially all the pieces except the waist. By the look of it, I would want in terms of like at least armor skill, at least. So.
The village is in your hands.
Like, if you want to see what a typical hunt would look like, by the way, Green, I'm literally grinding Rathian right now for armor, so you can kind of get a good idea by watching if you do not know typically what a quest in this game would look like. Like, I'm not going through store or anything, so you're not gonna be spoiled or anything like that, so if you care about that kind of stuff in Monster Hunter. No, don't drink that. Okay, there we go. Oh, this is a big Rathian. Oh my god. This is like at least silver, if not gold. I'm pretty sure it's silver, though. Oh my god. Oh, hey, Bishaten, how you doing? Can you, like, fight each other? Yes. Oh, I get to show off a new thing in this game, too, by the way, Green. There's this new mechanic called, wyvern riding in this game. Where, if a monster... basically, after, like, a quote-unquote, like, turf war, you can have them fight, your, guys, basically. Which is really cool. And you can ride them, and using the monsters, you can, like, attack them with, like, the monsters and stuff. It's very cool. Very cool. I know everyone was like pogging out when they first saw that in game 2, so they were like, "Oh shit, that's awesome!" So. So yeah. Also, if you are wondering, you don't have to have the dog. You could have just like 2 cats, or you could have 2 dogs if you don't want like the cats and stuff like that. But I do like the dog. I like having one of each when I'm like solo. So. Wow, my dinner plate did not block that shit. I hate it here. Ugh. Okay. Let me out! Okay, we're fine. Probably go with one of each. I like cats and dogs. True. I'd like cats and dogs too. Well, to be fair, I'm just a general animal lover, honestly. All animals friend, as long as they don't kill you. Okay. Also, for reference, Green, I don't main Sword and Shield. It's a challenge I'm setting aside for myself. That's essentially just a self-imposed challenge a friend basically made me do, so it's pretty funny. I am alright with Sword and Shield, just not the greatest, so if I'm, like, doing dumb shit, that's probably why. I main, Greatsword, usually, if you're curious. You can get all Greatsword Chad. No stun, Sag. Oof. There we go. Hello. Can you stop, like, running back and forth? Thank you. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, you do that, and when you're done it, you could just, you know, hang out and watch whatever. You're just... Oh, you're just editing it. You're just editing it. Okay, gotcha. That makes a lot more sense. I'll also share my screen in a sec. Hold on. There we go. You get to watch me play Rise. You eventually do see, like, everyone's font and, like, how they write, I think, with the Death Note, and it's just that, it's just that Mikabe's, well, the anime, they showed it all at some point. It's just shown that, like, Mikabe's, like, extremely, like, super small writer, basically, because he's used to being, like, a actual, like, legal document writer and shit, so... Or some shit like that. I don't remember what he is, but he's like an actual, like, legal, like, in the legal field or some shit, if I remember correctly. That's why his fucking handwriting is so small. It's literally, like, I think, like, like, columns of, like, 12 by 6 or some shit. It's insane. It's like, how the fuck do you do that? It's like 6 by 12 names per page. It's, like, actually insane. Oh! Fuck. Well, it's 6 by 12 names, for clarification, so... It's like... Like, it is, like, in Japanese, to be fair, but still. That's kind of insane. I don't remember if it was shown in English or not, but it's still the same regardless, which is insane. It's like... It's definitely just, like, an insane amount of names. It's like 120 names per page, basically. I don't remember what Melo's name is, but... I know Nier's name is Nate Rivers. I know Nier's name is Nate Rivers. And, yeah. I know in the anime it's Nate Rivers or some shit for Nier, and I'm like, oh, okay. Very generic name. Just extremely generic name, which, to be fair, is most names, to be fair, so... Sadly, no. I think, like, the only one that hypothetically would have a cool name is, L, because that's his last name is Loliot, which is a very uncommon name, apparently. So... Or at least that's, like, the fan-assumed name, at least, if not his actual last name. Yeah. I don't... You see it get written down, but you never know what his actual name is. It's because the Shinigami wrote it, not Light. You see them write, but you don't see the name. No, they wrote down their name in it. It's just that you never get to see the inside of their book. That's why. I don't know. I'm like 90% sure it's never shown in the book or whatever, so... Yeah. It's that... Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. I feel like a lot of people also agree with that sort of sentiment. Yeah. It beats me. I don't know. Not sure. I don't know. I'll be right back though. I gotta go use the washroom. Enjoy chat, I guess. I don't know.
What do you want?
Why is my controller doing that? I don't like that.
Why?
I do. I love that. Anyways. The fun thing is that it just does that whenever, which is fun. If I get a first-party controller of any kind, it's gonna be a Xbox controller, dog. I'm not gonna lie. That shit is modular.
Oh, it's you.
I am...
Come to me if you need new gear. Good to see you, Hunter.
Yeah, I have a PS4 controller. It just doesn't want to work with a computer for some reason. Even with, like, DS4 Windows for some dumbass reason. I don't know why.
My hammer's ready.
Fucking... I don't fucking know. Wrath Spike. Wrath Spike. Okay. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah, that's always fun. It's either that or I find a fucking... Because I'm like, I'm this close to just busting open this fucking thing and fixing it myself, because I just... The problem is I just can't find a fucking screwdriver small enough for it, because it's like tiny-ass screws, that's why. It's not a first-party Switch controller, it's like a third-party one that I just got on Amazon for like, I think $30 Canadian, so... Oof. I mean, it works, so... And I don't, like, play it long enough where, like, I get carpal tunnel and shit, so... I don't really care that much in that regard. Keck. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, sadly.
Welcome to the hub.
I don't recall. Anyways, I'm just grinding armor right now, so I'm kind of brain off, so... Keck. Arguably way more boring. Wow. Cool linear algebra, a sentence I never think I would hear before. Fucking... I think you just... Don't take this the wrong way, but I just think you low-key hate yourself when it comes to, like, RPGs. You're just like, this shit's not hard enough. Let me just, like, make it way harder than it needs to be. And how do I know it's way harder than it needs to be? No, literally nobody has done what I'm doing right now, because fuck it. At least it's not like... At least I know it's not like, it's like P5's, like, hardest difficulty is actually, like, a joke if you just know what you're doing, sadly. Which is really funny. Wow. Wow. That's crazy to say. Hmm. Yeah, I do know that the meme is that Persona 5 is baby's first JRPG, which, to be fair, is kind of fun. It is kind of true. It's very funny. Meanwhile, me, after playing, like, how many fucking, like, Final Fantasy games, I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. Yeah. 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 Woo! Yeah, true. Sorry, I'm just comboing the shit out of this fucking Rathian real quick. Ooh. Yeah, true. I think, like, the only thing I'd say you recommend doing is, like, I think do as much confidant shit if you can, I think, is, like, the other thing a lot of people say as well. Outside of dating everyone, because, you know. Yeah. Yeah, one thing I learned from playing, like, P3 is that just conserving your SP, especially if you could just, like, beat the shit out of them with, like, other damage types, you just should, no matter what. But I think that's just a general JRPG kind of shtick, to be fair. Of, like, obviously don't blow your fucking SP on, like, or like, your magic on, like, weak-ass enemies if you could just, like, defeat them in a couple turns normally. A good example of this is actually, like, Final Fantasy 1, where, if you don't know, it actually uses a D&D style, like, slot system for your magic. So you can only cast a certain amount of, like, spells per day. So your mages are actually, like, kind of garbage. That's why you actually need, like, good, like, attacking people. Otherwise, you're kind of fucked in, original, Final Fantasy, which is interesting. It also kind of teaches you game party balance as well, because you could just make your team entirely fighters and be like, well, you just breeze through the fucking early parts of the game, but as soon as you get to any part that requires, like, clearing out hordes of monsters, you're fucked. Anyways, this goes to say that Final Fantasy 1 is probably one of my favorite, just JRPGs in general, to be fair. Though I'd recommend not playing the original one. I'd recommend you just play the, other versions. Preferably the, PSP version, because that's the most recent and good-looking one. So... Yeah. You want to play... Let's be real, you just want to play TF2. Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay. Probably not, because you could manipulate the room, that's why. You say that people do not care about meme speedruns, you'd be very wrong. Because you can limit your own frame rate, but okay. Oh, I guess, yeah. Then I think that's just a matter of, like, the mod teams for said speedrun, determining what is fair for a speedrun and what isn't. Spend thousands of dollars so you're the top speedrunner in a single game nobody cares about. That's the like Sigma speedrunner grind set right there. Spend thousands of dollars, not so you can get a cool PC, so you can get a really garbage PC that you never use except for speedrunning that one game. Oh no. I'll have to look at it after. I'm in the middle of shit right now. Yeah, you could just show me after if you remember. Oh my, okay, whatever. Probably because it's not plugged in all the way. Yeah, my guess is that, yeah, no problem. Alright, well, that's going on. How is everyone finding the Rathian grinding, I guess? Goingber, all that fun stuff. Eat. Yeah, you're also choppy on my end, so... Ow. Hello? How you doing? Okay. Yeah, it's you. I think it's 100% you, I think. Because my stream is, like... I'm not dropping frames, that's the thing. So I think it's just your end, sadly. Ooh. A little. You sounded good for a little bit. Yeah, I want to say it's your end, sadly. still a little bit choppy. Pull up command, panel, and, hold on. Can I pause? Yeah, I can. Okay. Yeah. Give me a second. Wait, your ping's fine? I'm not sure. Then in that case, I think just restart Discord, maybe. Because my connection's fine. Like, I haven't dropped frames, so... Okay. That's weird. Out of my stream output? That's weird. Let me, like, restream it to you, then. Yeah, let me restream it just in case. Let's try again, maybe. Pull up everything again. There we go. Is that better? Okay. I just don't want you hearing, like, popping if I could, like, prevent it, basically. Because, like, it happens sometimes, but... Yeah, I can imagine. Ow. There we go. But yeah, when I'm looking at my frames, it's like I've only dropped like 300 out of like the last hour for reference, so my internet's fine for the most part, as far as I can tell. So it's either Discord or it's your end, I'm not sure. Considering like you're like all over the place, I would need like another person to confirm if it's your end or not, sadly. If only Mist wasn't busy and had a life, sad. Well, it didn't have a life, I should clarify. I should rectify. Wait. Alter my statement is what I meant to say. I can speak English. Alright. I need spikes. I need spikes. Well, there's one. And I need, like, 3. Fuck me. Three spikes gets none, Sag.